everyone, and welcome back. And today we're going to be playing Bant Control, as I called it. But what are we doing? Why are we playing this? And what is the objective of today playing Boros Enchantment Aggro? Well, it has been #1 in the meta, at least I believe so, on Untapped for a very long time, and it's been tallied as one of the highest win rate decks that are currently in Standard. If you're wanting to climb, this is definitely a deck that you should be looking at if that is the entire goal. If your idea is to climb, hit Mythic, and then you don't really care, then this is one of the decks that you should probably be playing. Mythic guaranteed stamp. Will you have bad days? Yes, every deck has a bad day. That is the variance part of Magic. Any player can be any player, no matter how good that player is, and this is a good example of that. But this deck in general is so good that even your bad days can kind of be saved by going maybe at worst case 45% win rate, but best case we are winning pretty high, and on the play we are winning even higher, with the idea to win about 50% of the games on the draw and win about 75% of the games on the play, putting us at roughly 65-ish% there. But why is that so? One, aggro cannot beat Shelter by Ghost for the most part, especially if you are on the play. If you play a Heartfire hero and your opponent then plays their Heartfire hero, for example, and you Shelter by Ghost yours first, they now have to play a creature, put a Shelter by Ghost in play on that creature, then attach it. Heartfire hero is now grown into a 3/2, has hit and gained life, and then with other things in your deck like Shard Mage Rescue or like Ethereal Armor and things like that, that Heartfire hero is most likely hitting for somewhere between like 7 to 12 on that following turn. If there's a Manifold Mouse or something like that, it's going to hit for even harder, and it's just so hard for red to win. Outside of that, the slow matchups struggle a lot, especially if you have a Shard Mage Rescue in play, as Domain finds it very impossible to beat this deck overall. Outside of Temporary Lockdown is the only card that is our nemesis, and the fact is kind of the same story. Any of these one-drop creatures, mainly a Heartfire hero and a Scavenger, comes in play, they don't remove it. You then say equipped Monstrous Rage to one of them, holding up the rescue, or playing Ethereal Armor, holding up rescue, whatever the case may be. That opponent then plays a Beanstalk, and then you get to kind of cash in on the fact that your creature's been unanswered for 2 turns. Or if you've played a Manifold Mouse on 2, this is now up to 2. You put it now at 3. You Monstrous Rage it, it goes up to 7. Or it's already been targeted, so it goes up to 6, has double strike, hits your opponent for 12, and if you have an Ethereal Armor after that, then your opponent just loses, and there's not a whole lot they can do about it. Other than that, aggro struggles, or not aggro struggles, but like blue-white control, kind of the same reason can struggle against you. The graveyard decks are a little too slow, Delirium's a little too slow, and things like that. So this deck takes advantage of a lot of the meta and the fact that it's just too fast and the cards are just too good in general. So with that said, let's dive into the games, see how they go. I hope you all enjoy. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. I know it's aggro, and sometimes aggro gets a big red frowny face from a lot of people, including myself, whenever you lose to it on the ladder. I understand it can be incredibly frustrating. But sometimes you just got to queue up and play a deck that you know that will win games, even if the games aren't going the best for you overall. And if you could tell by me bringing that up, that was the case. I was playing other decks, wasn't going well. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to be a menace for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just run the ladder the best I can. All right, we will go first. And we will keep. Even though this hand isn't like the best thing of all time, it's still like fine enough, maybe. You have creatures and threats that can win very quickly, especially when you play like 2 of them. I'm gonna play one. No, not cut down. No way. Ooh, fantastic draw. And a full mess. Yeah. Sure. There's a Scavenger. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that won't work. Maybe we win video game. Maybe we lose video game. A lot could happen here. I would prefer the wind video game category, but we just, all right, sure. A lot of removal. Get the offspring this though with that land draw, which is pretty cool. Sure. I hate having to target toes like that, by the way. What you got for me, boss? Archfiend? Oh. Let's put an Emberheart Challenger in play. What do we want to shelter by Ghost? Challenger, I guess? Even though it's just problem is it's just going to be the main target anyway. But it just grows so much bigger. Because of prowess and stuff, so... Although Challenger is probably more likely to get removed anyway. Nah, we do it because of Monstrous Rage, right? Oh, bad miss. A double strike on both. Cool. So, I mean, now that I think about it, maybe I'm supposed to shelter by Ghost something else. Just because of how it works. We sack token because of shelter by Ghost.
One of your friends has to leave.
The land doesn't need to be played here. Double strike. Here. Monstrous Rage? Sure. Sure. Could have attacked Lily, I guess, if we thought they had removal, but with Shelter by Ghosts, we have Ward too, so there's not really anything they can do. But, very cool. We move on. Oh, no. Not someone that's scared. I guess I'll just play a Heartfire hero. The authority players, man. You can't save them. Life gain? Oh, and a laydown arms? Alright, so they are just... If you play creatures, I hate you, and you're not allowed to play the game anymore. Very cool. Thanks, Arena. This is my favorite matchup. I love it so much. I'm sorry, sir. Are you playing creatures? Honestly, I'm going to attack with this thing. It's going to die, which is crazy. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm expecting a Biza here. So, I'm not budging. Sure. You suck. We'll play Biza? That's a cough. Pardon me? Never mind, my opponent's actually cooler than I thought. Even though I don't trust him. That's for sure. I don't trust this person. Oh, show. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna give it Menace. Cause that seems good. I do like Menace, indeed. Play this, which is unfortunate. Gain 1 life here. Sure. We'll just give it both. We're in there. I do hate creatures still, though. To play this is like the anti-creature card, which is really funny. Alright, gross. I hate it. I hate it all. I can't do anything about it either. I don't know, brother. What if I do this? Yeah, gain all your life, brother. I'm playing my whole hand. I got nothing. I got nothing going on. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter. Please let me through. Nope. Got everything. Everything's out here. Here. I'll take a draw. Hey, pretty good card here, actually. Especially with the map tokens. Very good card. Alright. It's their opponent. Shelter by Ghost. I will force you to remove, maybe. Fun. Okay. Remember that with this challenger, that the Aven Interrupter will actually make my thing cost more? Here. I do think that they're setting me up, which does suck, but I'm gonna let that go. I already played land and everything. Not attacking still. I don't think this turn's gonna work out the way we want. I think I'm losing my Shelter by Ghost here, so I'm kind of banking on that. I think they're still waiting too, as well, to do it. Okay. So that's more proof that they have something, but now I have a protection spell, so I don't really care. They're gonna have to have multiple ways and also pay the ward here. Fantastic, actually, because I'd like to play that off this, so I will move to combat. Target once, target, and then target. Flip that over, of course. It's 3 mana, which sucks, but it is what it is. We have enough. We can afford it. And then double strike. We're in there. Let's see it, boss. They go for the Shelter by Ghost, because that's something they can do as well. Yeah, that's tough. Which is what we expected the entire time, which is kind of whack. Sure. Where's your first 2 damage going? Okay. I'll still give it protection. Where do you want this 2 to go? Sure. It's kind of what we expected from the turn, but it just is what it is. I gotta do it. I have to close the game somehow. They were just obviously holding get lost for the longest time. There's just nothing I can do about it. But I can play my turns now. Maybe. 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 Okay. Here. Sure. Oh, look at you. Cool. Doesn't matter. I'm not really doing anything here. No attacks. Okay. So they're wanting my big creatures in play. That's fine, I guess. I'm not scared. I'm not scared, boss. We do, however, have to play for Shelter by Ghost, but we'll put a counter here. We'll strike. Nope. What do we got, boss? Another spell. Speaking of spells, dude. Here. Sure. Double strike. Well, wait. I'm gonna play a 5 mana 1/1. Here. We'll give him a little bit of. We'll give him a little value. We'll give him a little look. Now. What do we want to do here? Isn't it crazy that this is just gaslighting me, dude? And I'm not a fan of it. Although, I will just make this thing at some point that they have to exile it. Okay, there's 2. I don't even know how to beat this. Team. They're playing cards that aren't real help. Here. Okay. Let's try, I guess. Eventually, we'll build up Shelter by Ghost. Then they'll remove it in response. Sure, that's a tough one. Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty good card. Well, auto resolved, so that's pretty cool. All right. I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna stop everything? I don't know. Maybe. Sure. I'm gonna just double monster trade some things later, you know? Double strike, double strike, double strike. Is now my plan, because I have things that have prowess. I'm gonna give every single one of my mice double strike that matter, and then I'm going to hopefully slam. I'm gonna hope to. Will it happen? I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Is this the time to do it? Probably. If I had to guess. Here. 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 See what these flip. Double strike. Double strike. Double strike. It's like, because I have to win via first strike, and most likely they just are holding removal, even though they've used 5 removal spells, which is wild. Game sucks. I hate this. No. Here we are. Having a good time. Okay. Wow. I'll take a draw 3, I guess. Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. We'll wait one more turn, I guess. Like ethereal armor would also just like do it, right? I haven't drawn one yet, but or another shelter by ghost. I just realized. I think I've hit 1. I have 24 cards left in my deck, and I've hit 1 shelter by ghost. Yeah, play another one. I don't even care at this point. Authority of Councils 2, sure. Ethereal armor, very good. One. Honestly, they might soul partition this thing, but I don't know what else to do. One, 2, 4, 5. Combat. Target. We already have trample there, so this. Then I guess here. Shelter by Ghost is a very good one. Double strike. Double strike. Double strike. Am I supposed to go all out? Probably, right? They're gonna. I just don't know how they beat this outside of exile because I have a protection spell now. Dude, this game is so awful. I think everything goes. Genuinely, I think everything goes. Assign your blockers. I only ever do 5 to that. That's how trample works. Outside of that, I refuse. I refuse to play these reindeer games anymore. Alright, maybe I deal 10 to it. Monstrous Rage here, because it blocks with a 2-2. Oh, I guess I didn't even target that one yet. I was going to target it regardless. But they blocked with a couple of 2-2s. So, here we are. We're winning the hard way, dude. Like to assign the rest there. Okay. We're very close to just dying, by the way. We also haven't done the second strike around. 7-5. Uh-huh. Sure. What about this time around? I still trample over everything. And one of those is now gone. So, like... Shelter by Ghost, I guess? You didn't have double strike? You do. Uh-huh. Yep. This game, dude. Like, why? Oh my, dude. Sure, we'll keep. One of the Swift Spear into the attack. You know how it is. Uh-huh. Monstrous Rage is bad. 0 armor. Very bad. But does our opponent know that? No idea. Challenger. Shelter by Ghost is also a better card, but they obviously don't know about that. Sure. I guess I did the cardinal sin again. I just autopiloted out my land. Yeah. Watch me hit a land here. Yeah, because this part doesn't even matter. Yeah, I wish anytime I messed it up, I just wouldn't hit the land. It's so annoying to do it that way and then hit the land. Are we going to play a slasher here? No, we're Golgari? Since when? Ethereal armor. No. Double strike. Okay, goodbye. Sure, man. I don't know. We go first. Very good hand. We'll keep. Scavenger in. The only real problem is we are pretty bottlenecked on white. Okay. We are no longer bottlenecked on white, which is pretty cool. I will pass. I feel like a Shelter by Ghost is inbound. If it's not, I will get to Feather Flight, the Scavenger. later. Do kind of what we want. Okay. On me. That monster trade probably. That 3's fine, dog. You got it. I believe you. I believe you got good stuff going on. Why would I believe otherwise? Gonna play another threat here. The mouse. Oh no. Sure. You ever just like top deck the win? At least it feel like you just top deck the win. Yeah, I top deck the win. Cool. All right, we are on the draw, but our hand's pretty good. Gamp. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Heartfire Hero. I don't know if in this spot it's better to play the Swiss Spear or not. Will not block. Do your worst, big dog. You sacking? A lot of players will because of the Heartfire Hero being so dangerous. But we would have preferred if they didn't. That'd been great. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why did it take damage? Like, that was their card. Update. Not when it works like that. It's not their card. Let's play Swiss Spear. We're going to hold this protection spell to keep our Swiss Spear around and alive. I don't know if I really have a chance of dying if they don't play a third land. All right, perfect. You got an attack here. My turn. I want this to be as large as possible in this matchup, so I will throw the protection spell now. There was a scam, so I'm a little nervous. Okay, cool. Who would have thought aggro decks concede to Shelter by Ghost? Alrighty, we will keep. And it's pretty solid. This is like one of those weird ones where we might wait on the Heartfire Hero. Just because of... I do think we wait. It's so weird when you have the protection spell. But like, here's a great example of why to do it. But it also falls behind, however, in a situation where there's temporary lockdown, right? So we'll win. Now we have the protection spell kind of up and ready to go. Then we can also play Manifold Mouse and do what we want. Do what we want. You want to try to remove it now? Oh, okay. My turn. Cool. Here. Here. You're in combat. Target. Or double strike. We're a turn behind, but when on the play, you can kind of afford to wait a bit. Yeah. Now, with our mana situation, Shelter by Ghost is a great draw, by the way. Surveil to draw a card? Curate. Okay. Thing. Card, of course. Alright, so they're a Hottie Chin or Omniscience pile. We just have to wait and see which pile they are. Creature. Combat. Target. I like free growth. We're in. I fire this off? Or matter? Nah, I just wait till they're in step. It'll get a counter on it on the end step, maybe. Here. Have a negate or a second copy. Okay. Energy draws card, enchanted creature has flying. Here. It's all fine, I guess. So it is Omniscience Pile. I think at this point we're also just like in a situation where we just attach this and put counters on it. Just try to cash on this Manifold Mouse instead. This Heartfire Hero is never going to die, so it growing kind of for free every turn is not necessarily going to do us much. We don't have a lot of enchantments right now. That draw is not the best. We've operated on a pretty low card count. A card like Monster Strategy is very good too. Playing temples in the deck, we want our cards in the graveyard, does seem a bit weird to me. Of course, why not? Why wouldn't you hit another one, you know? There's a Day of Judgment, so it's definitely a possible outcome. Sure. You're gonna remove something. They're gonna be my flyer too. Why not? They found the third copy in their top 15, which is gross. Especially because of how the game panned out so far, right? Alright. They're just looking for it. Overcommitting here because we have Offspring on this, which like recommits to the board. And they can't afford to play too many copies of Day of Judgment because it's just a little too slow. But with 3 copies of the good bounce spell in the graveyard, a Day of Judgment, I feel kind of confident in this. Let's play a Challenger. Maybe it gets countered. Obviously going to target the Challenger. Sweet. Double strike. I'm in. I'm all in. Every turn, every game, every situation, every single card is going in. On the 3. A mouse. Will they find an Omniscience in this moment of truth? The moment of truth, if you would. Is S tier deck 1 able to be S tier deck number 2 or 3? This is considered S tier, I think. In best of 1 specifically. Best of 3, no, not really any chance. But in best of 1, it is so good. Problem in best of 3, obviously, is like there's just too much interaction. Prevail End. You hit. That'd be a sick way to do it. No? Okay. Yora. Not gonna cover it. Too many mouses that have mana. Or yeah, I would say. We just Offspring here on this one. And with, if I can look at the board real quick for a second. Just 1 second, game. I just want to look at the board. We Offspring here, and with that we have double strike, double strike, double strike, double strike, and then we can add this at any point, and they will all be clear enough to get there. For the prowess, it'll get a counter, and then we'll just put it here. So very cool. We win. We move on. All right. Well, if I draw another land, I'm going to whine and complain. That's just me. 5th land. Ooh, not a 5th land. Very cool. I have a weird situation where it's like, not bad. All right. I'll just ride this one to victory if I can. Get lost can definitely happen here. Oh no, not exactly what we expected. We'll take 3. We could have cashed in with a little more damage, but with a Challenger sitting here, I don't think that's reasonable. Let's play Scavenger and double activate map here. I'm trying to play around temporary lockdown if I can. We'll keep out on top. thankfully, we had 4 mana in our opener, so. Do we have a temporary lockdown? We have a Jace. Gross.
Emotions are distractions.
Sure.
Focus on the facts. Become subdued.
Sure, indeed. Let's do this. Let's play this. Combat. Do I want to monster trade this? This is what, 2, 3 counter. So face here. It's like a weird thing to monster rage, but it is what it is. Counter. Face is gone. And Challenger is like a better creature in general. But yeah, there's the temp lockdown we kind of assumed was coming. Which is why we saved this to do this. It's also possible there, like I'm just supposed to do it. Please click, dude. I promise you right now, you can literally look. I'm spam clicking my mouse. It just won't click the creature. I don't understand. Double strike. Double strike. I don't understand, bro. Sure. We just applied double strike and just called it a day. I think so. Here's the Swiss Spear. Ethereal armor, it gets us close, but like I am glad. I guess there's honestly probably click protection now that I think about it a little bit. Probably just a situation where it's like, well, we don't want you to mess up. Well, thank you for letting me do 2 damage first. All right, cool. Pass. Where it basically, I assume, is trying to make sure that you don't like click and then click again. That would just be bad, right? So I would be upset. All right. If we can find a threat, be happy. A threat's pretty much like to an extent can lock it up, but not after a couple more stock ups, it can't. I guess. Flagger's good, but I don't know. It's just a weird card in my mind. 1 top, 1 bottom. Maybe another stock up, and then the game's over. I basically have a draw for a threat, to be honest. Okay. Maxed out a Jace. So we have a no more lies? Okay. Well, there was a threat, but neither of those have haste. I do feel like to some extent that threat has to have haste. Sunfall, sure. Alright, yep. That's game. Typically, a scavenger into a shelter is just so good that it's hard not to keep ever, but we had to play scavenger too because we only have a mountain. So we don't really have a way to protect our scavenger. Like, can't use the rescue. But we play scavenger. See if our opponent plays surveil land or not. Here. I do think I'm still on, like, let's just plod this for now. Attack. Play a little bit slow here. Give ourselves a turn or two. The only real problem with doing this is I swear any matchup that could be playing temporary lockdown hits a temporary lockdown almost immediately every time. And like right here is like another great example of probably that happening. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to commit or not. Nah, probably not. Here. Hold this for a shelter by ghost, I assume. Monster trades this. For 7. Down to 12 they go. And if it is like play the Overlord here, then we get to beat domain in the way that we know we can. Sure. Yep. Sure. Would have thought. Surveillance tend to be a little too slow. You're... I don't know if this math even adds up, but we're gonna pretend it does. Huh. Exactly. Cool. Alright, so here we are. We're playing probably arguably the best deck in the meta. If you want to go based off of what Untapped has to say. This is kind of the formulaic version of the list that I found. However, I do think maybe this should go up, even though red's a little bit tough. But if we're splitting our basics, we should probably just like go ahead and do this, I guess. It seems reasonable, at least in my mind. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, the deck runs fine. If you're on the play, you're going to have a pretty high win rate. If you're on the draw, the main thing you want to get out of it is to be like a 50-50 win rate. Because if you're winning 50-50 on the matchup side, that's very hard with how aggressive removal is in the meta currently. But you can get a very high win rate on the play, which is often going to happen because most, like, if you run in against aggro and you're on the play and you have a Shelter by Ghost in your hand, that matchup is basically unlosable. It's crazy. I think we saw 2 games back to back where a Shelter by Ghost came into play and our opponent left before it got finished resolving. But with that said, it's just aggro. It is what it is. If you want to win games, you want to win quick, even if it is at a kind of 56% win rate or whatever it's going to be, or 60, 65. This deck is definitely one to do it. And this is one of the reasons why people play it so much. 4 commons, all uncommons. 8 rares, 8 rares, 12 rares. So 12, we have what? 4, we have 20 rares in our entire 60 card deck. And in paper, this deck is like 20 cents. So that's pretty cool. Outside of maybe one of these lands, I'm not sure. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video anyway. I know it's kind of aggro, but sometimes when I queue up on Arena, I just have to play a deck that can win, like, guaranteed. Because playing Arena sometimes, if you play it enough, you're just going to have really bad days, and trying to play an off-meta deck in a really bad day is just not the way to do it, I promise. You'll rip your hair out or crash out, one of the two. But with that said, hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.